Dwarkadish Prabhu? Before I start, I have a burning question. You're all devotees of Sri Sri Radha Madhava. How does Radharani balance the apple on her hand? I can't understand how she does it. Like on one or two fingers, she's balancing. I cannot do it. I think she has special Shakti, huh? Yeah. Sometimes I see apple, sometimes mango, maybe someday it will be watermelon. She has mystic potency, you know. She manages. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ki Jai. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Chanavala Bhagi Varadhari Gopi Chanavala Bhagi Varadhari Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Chanavala Bhagi Varadhari Gopi Chanavala Bhagi Varadhari Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yashodanandana Rajajanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. कृपया आप सब बोलिए, कृपया जोर से बोलिए, प्रेम से बोलिए। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asatura Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Asatura Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Julanyatra Maha Mahotsava ki jai. Prem Sukho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasi Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Tulsi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki jai. Yugadharma Harinam Sankirtan Jagya ki jai. Brihat Vridanga Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. Shri Nathji ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Tagore Premanande. Hare Hare Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru, Shri Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namade. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastutar Deshatarane Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskritam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devi Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayet Nasta Praeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavata Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhakti Bhavati Nashti.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha.
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Om Jnanatmandasya Kiranjana Shalakaya Chakshur Udvilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Shnapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gurmukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishvaram Hare Krishna. So before I begin to speak this evening, I would like to request the blessings, the asirwad of all the devotees present this evening so that I can speak for my own purification. Kripaya apsab asirwad dijiye. Dhanyawad. Thank you. So tonight we are discussing our fourth and last session here in ISKCON Calgary. And our topic this evening is Vaishnava relationships especially the topics of appreciation and patience. Just to review a little bit, can anyone remember the acronym that we use to remember the 5 principal qualities we're discussing for Vaishnava relationships? What is that acronym? I'll give you a hint, it's not on the board yet. It was on the board last night. Help to free all people. Yes, all jivas, all people. H T A P. Right. Here it is. Help to free all people. The 5 qualities for Vaishnava relationships. Can someone please read the list?
Humility, tolerance, forgiveness, appreciation, patience.
Yes, very good. Thank you. When I was in Ujjain, I did this seminar one time in Ujjain, I asked the devotees to translate into Hindi. So this is what they came up with. I don't read Hindi very well. Can someone please read it?
वैष्णव के सहनशीलता एवं क्षमाशीलता प्रिय धन है। विनम्रता, वैष्णव, सहनशीलता, क्षमाशीलता, प्रशंसा और धैर्य।
Is that good? Yeah. Can someone explain it to me? I could never understand.
Same as like if you translate English.
Okay. Good, good. I'm relieved they did not come up with some completely different thing. So it's nice.
They did a good job. Yeah.
They did a good job. Okay, very good. Vaishnava Sangha ki jai. In addition to these tolerance, Sahishnu, no? Titiksha, tolerance, Sahishnu, no? Right? Sahishnu?
सहिष्णुता और सहनशीलता।
Sayanshilta. Or maybe to a Hindi Sikenge.
Sahan means tolerate.
Sayan, tolerance.
And then tolerance is sahanshilta.
Sahayan?
Sahanshilta.
Sayanshilta.
Yeah. So tolerance is sahanshilta. And sahan means tolerate.
Oh, Sahan means tolerate.
Tolerate.
कृपया आप सब मेरे सहन कीजिए. Please tolerate it. So we also discussed Rupa Goswami's 6 loving exchanges from the Upadeshamrita, the 4th shloka. Dadati pratigrinati, guyam akyati prichati, bhunkte bojayate chaiva, shadvidam priti lakshanam. These are the 6 loving exchanges. Number 1, giving and receiving gifts. It's like bent, right? They call it segment. And then the second is revealing and inquiring confidentially. Someone may have some top secret information, right? Or even just when we discuss Vaishnava Sangha, we discuss Shastra, we discuss Krishna consciousness, and we reveal our realizations, sakshatkar. This is also Guyam Akyati Prichati. Just like Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami and Das Asvamedha Ghat in Allahabad. They had discussion for, I think, 10 days, and as a result, the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu was compiled by Rupa Goswami. And then everyone's favorite, Tadati Pratiguyati Guyam Akyati Prichati Bhunkte Bojayate Chaiva. We all know Bojayate, right? Bojan. Bojanaya. Bojan Alaya. So this material world is Dukhalaya. But if you take Prasadam, it's Bojan Alaya. And you get Krishna consciousness. So we see so many wonderful devotees enjoying Prasadam. Especially early days of ISKCON, there were huge feasts, amazing feasts. There's the discussion in one book I read recently, I think it was Vyasaki's biography, Radha Damodar Vilas. amazing book about Vishnu Jan Swami and what's the devotee who started Rath Yatra with Prabhupada? Jayananda Prabhu. All about their different pastimes in their lives. Very wonderful book, Radha Damodar Vilas. It's in the database if you have it on your computer. So there's a whole chapter about a prasadam competition. At the Radha Damodar bus party, there was a whole bus filled with devotees that were distributing books, like maybe 30 devotees. And they have vans also, big group. And they came to ISKCON Gainesville in Florida. And ISKCON Gainesville was famous for prasadam. And most people didn't call it Gainesville, they called it Gheesville, because everything was cooked in ghee. So there was a competition that ISKCON Gainesville said, we can cook more than you can eat. And these young brahmacharis distributing books all day long in their teens, teenagers, early 20s, they said, no, not possible. Whatever you cook, we will eat it. We will eat more than you can cook. So there was a big competition. So they started cooking early in the morning, so many preparations. And then all the Sankirtan men sat down. Okay, sorry, very strong, and the servers started serving out the prasadam, course after course after course. And then finally, when they had eaten so much ghee and paneer and so much prasadam, they brought out gulab jamins and so many sweet preparations. And then they were served. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the malpua. They were serving so much malpua, and the brahmacharis were just on their backs. Oh no, we cannot take anymore. So ISKCON Gainesville won the competition. So this is also like in Shastra, Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda went to Advaita Acharya's house for prasadam. And he prepared so many preparations. And Mahaprabhu was saying, I'm a sannyasi, I should just take simple prasadam. Just give me a little rice and some green sack, and that's it. I have a little dal, I'll be satisfied. And Lord Nityananda was saying, bring more, bring more. And Mahaprabhu says, it's impossible that we can eat so much prasadam. And Advaita Acharya said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever you want, you can do. You can eat a whole mountain of prasadam. You did that as Govardhan Hill. And then Mahaprabhu said, no, it's too much. But then Lord Nityananda was saying, it's not enough. I was so hungry and you just brought a little bit of prasadam here. I will not be able to satisfy myself. What is the use of me coming here? And then there was a transcendental fight between Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda. And Advaita Acharya called Lord Nityananda a reject Paramahamsa. He said, nobody knows your caste. Nobody knows where you're from. By having you in my house, I may lose my caste also. Why I have brought you here, I don't know. And then out of anger, or supposed anger, Lord Nityananda took some rice from his plate, said, this will not satisfy my hunger, what is the use? And he threw the rice on the floor. And some of it bounced up and hit the body of Advaita Acharya. And because the Maha Prasadam of Lord Nityananda hit the body of Advaita Acharya started to go into ecstasy and dance and chant, and tears were flowing from his eyes, his hairs were standing on end, he was trembling, goosebumps were coming from his arms, and he was loudly chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the exchange of giving and receiving of prasadam is a wonderful transcendental exchange that Mahaprabhu has set the example, and Mahaprabhu's associates and ISKCON devotees for many generations, and Gaudiya Math is very important loving exchange. And also As a brahmachari, sometimes grahastas invite me over to their homes for prasadam from time to time. And this is, or they bring prasadam for me to the temple. And this is also wonderful, loving exchange. And not only between brahmacharis and grahastas and sannyasis and vanaprasthas, but also grahastas and grahastas. If you invite yourself, your friends, devotees to your home, and you have some Krishna Katha with them, some Krishna Kirtan with them, and share prasadam with them, this is a wonderful way of developing relationships and strengthening our community. Because our community is made from families, and each family is like a link in a chain. And we all want to chain ourselves together into one very, very strong family of Srila Prabhupada's family, so that we can become strong and serve Prabhupada's mission to distribute the holy name to every town and every village. Prativatayachayatanagrani gram sarva prachar hoibe moranam. And every living entity benefits by receiving prasadam. And charity starts at home. So we should be distributing prasadam to devotees. Not just, today there was also a wonderful program. I heard devotees went on a Food for Life and they distributed prasadam in a homeless shelter or something like this. Yeah. That is also nice because every jiva requires the mercy of Sri Sri Radha Madhava. And charity starts at home. Not only we should distribute the homeless, we should distribute to each other and develop those relationships. So I'd like to, as today's the fourth and last session of this Vaishnava relationship seminar, I'd like to review a little bit the earlier sessions also. So the first day, what did we discuss? We discussed humility, understanding that we need relationships, taking a humble position in a conflict. Krishna consciousness is beyond right and wrong. It doesn't matter for right or wrong. We want to remain within the relationships and always seeing oneself as the servant of a devotee. Gopi bhartor padakamalayur das das anudasaha. On day 2, what did we discuss? Tolerance. The importance of developing, maintaining, growing our relationships, and the principle of overlooking the shortcomings of others, focusing on the good. What example did we do for that? Do you remember? Bumblebee and the fly. The Madhumaki and the monkey. Yeah, very good. And we should understand that just as we are trying to tolerate others, others are trying to tolerate us. Yeah. On day 3, what did we speak about? Help to free, what's F? Forgiveness, yes, good. So in spite of the humility and tolerance, because of this Kali Yuga, there will still be some misunderstandings. So we should forgive and forget. If we do not forgive, we are burning the bridges, we are burning our relationships. So forgiveness is very important. And I gave the hot potato example. If we're holding on to a grudge, if we're holding on to our anger against someone else, then who suffers? We suffer. And a lot of people end up in the hospital because of anger and anxiety and bearing grudges. So we discussed some different examples from Shastra of forgiveness, like Haridas Thakur forgiving the prostitute, and Haridas forgiving those executioners, and Dhruva Maharaj eventually forgiving his father and his brother. And we discussed Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj's 4 principles of forgiveness. So tonight we'll discuss appreciation and also patience. This is a wonderful quote by Srila Prabhupada. Could someone please read?
Simply by appreciating the Vaishnavas, you can go back home, back to Godhead.
So this is a very wonderful quote. Who here wants to go back home, back to Godhead? You want to go? Vaikuntha chaliye? Chalo Vaikuntha? Okay. So simply by appreciating the Vaishnavas, we can accomplish this. So appreciation is so powerful. Here's an interesting quote. Oh, you wanted to get that shot? Go ahead, take it.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, go. Got it? Okay. Appreciation is an art. By the way, I'll leave these PowerPoints with Dwarkadish Prabhu, and anyone who wants them, you can contact him. You can get these whole PowerPoint presentations. Appreciation is an art which should be practiced privately and exhibited publicly. Very nice, huh? Internally, we should have this meditation on appreciating others, and we should also express that appreciation. Why should we express that appreciation? One thing is, the other person that we are appreciating is not the Paramatma. Right? Paramatma is in the heart. Paramatma knows everything. Sarvasya chahamriti sannivisto matasmitir gyanmaponam cha. Krishna is in the heart, and he understands everything that's there. But the other person who we want to appreciate is not the Paramatma. That other person is not in our heart, doesn't know everything. Sometimes people come to me and say, I am God, I am Paramatma. I say, really? They say, yes. I say, so God, Paramatma knows everything, right? They say, yes. I say, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,000,000. What is it? They cannot say. I say, Krishna knows what you are thinking, and Krishna knows what I am thinking. And Krishna knows what everyone is thinking. But one particular jiva only knows what they're thinking. Some yogic cities are there, but that is a rare exception. So the other person doesn't know what we're thinking. So if we're appreciating someone, we should express that appreciation. Just like this young gentleman here sitting in the front. He was clapping his hands during the kirtan. I was so inspired, because it seems very inconvenient for Prabhuji to clap hands during the kirtan. I was thinking, by the mercy of Prabhupada and Gurudev, he's clapping. Guru makam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru dinatarnam. By the mercy of Guru, Guru makam karoti vachalam, from the mouth of a dumb man who cannot speak, he can speak. Guru makam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim, giri, like Girivaradhari. A lame man who cannot walk can cross over a mountain. Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru dinatarnam. So a dumb man can speak, a lame man can cross the mountains, a blind man can see, all by the mercy of Guru. So a person who is incapacitated is able to clap during the kirtan. So I'm so grateful to you for making that endeavor. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Even he did the pranam. Wow, give him a big hand. Thank you, thank you. So, one thing about appreciation, it should be done with the proper expression. It should be genuine, from the heart, and not just to flatter someone. It should not be done with an ulterior motive. Material relationships always have a selfish motive. I'll scratch your back, and you scratch my back. But Vaishnava relationships are not like this. Vaishnava relationships are without any ulterior motive. We just want to serve. Similar to our relationship with Krishna, ahoitaki apratiyata, that Rupa Goswami explains we should have our service be ahoitaki, it should be unmotivated. Not that we want something from someone else. Sometimes some little, maybe material tinge may creep into some of our interactions, even as devotees. Oh Prabhu, you are so great. Oh Mataji, you are so wonderful. Can you mop the temple room floor, please? You know, sometimes one will flatter to get something done. But although it's transcendental, because it's Krishna's service, but we should always try to keep things in an unmotivated way and not flatter, not say something nice just to get something like that. One interesting thing I'd like to mention is we can judge how much we have advanced in spiritual life based on how much we relish other devotees being appreciated. Sometimes another devotee is being appreciated, like, oh Mataji, your flower garlands are so beautiful. And then we're thinking, why her flower garlands are being appreciated and not my flower garlands? Or sometimes devotees will say, oh, this devotee is such a great kirtan leader. And I'm thinking, why they're saying he's such a great or she's such a great kirtan leader and they don't appreciate my kirtans like this. It especially happens when it's the same service that we usually do. If someone glorifies someone else, oh, Mataji, you bake such fantastic cakes. I don't mind because I don't bake cakes. Right? But if someone starts speaking, oh, your lectures and seminars, his lectures and seminars are so amazing. And I also give lectures and seminars. Oh, why they're not glorifying my lectures and seminars? So a good barometer or thermometer or good measuring stick to understand how we are progressing in Krishna Bhakti is how much we become happy when other devotees are appreciated, even for the same service that we do. We should become very, very blissful and happy when other devotees are being glorified. This shows that we're becoming non-envious. Our envious nature is decreasing, which is one of the main reasons we're here in this material world, is because we're envious of Krishna and we're envious of Krishna's devotees. So if we're happy when others are appreciated, then this means we're becoming less envious. We're getting over our disease. So keep this in mind when you hear other devotees being appreciated. How happy am I? And try to cultivate, some genuine happiness when other devotees are being appreciated. So Krishna, he loves his devotees so much. He appreciates them. He appreciated Arjuna so much that he drove his chariot for him. He offered the service, Senayor Ubayor Madhye, Senayor Ubayor Madhye, Ratam Stapaya Mechuta, Yavadetan Niriksheham, Yodukama Nivastitan, Kermaya Sahayodabhyam, Asmin Rana Samudyame. Arjuna asked Krishna to drive the chariot between the two armies, and Krishna very happily obliged. And we see also Krishna relaxing with his friends, and one friend is saying, open your mouth, I'm going to put laddu inside your mouth. And Krishna opens his mouth, and they put one flower inside his mouth. And then Krishna is laughing, they're all laughing. So this is a love and appreciation that Krishna is sharing with his devotees. He's appreciating the loving dealings with his devotees. Okay, now we have a practical, interactive aspect of our presentation. It's a practical experience. Choose a partner sitting next to you. Everyone get together, two. Okay, two Matajis are in front, you can be partners. Next and back, you can be partners. Mataji, you can join this Mataji sitting over there. These two Matajis are sitting together. These two Prabhus are here. These two Prabhus are here. One. And Mataji, you can join with the flower ladies. It won't take much time. It's quick. Jaldi karenge. Okay, so choose a partner sitting next to you, someone you know ideally, and express your appreciation for them. You have to take turns. One will go first and then take 2 minutes and the other one will go. The appreciation should be in relation to one of the 3 following categories, or more if you want. Number 1, the qualities of that devotee, or 2, the appreciation for the service of that devotee, or even you can appreciate the appearance of that devotee. Okay? Any questions? Okay, each one take 2 minutes. Ready? Everyone have somebody? Who are you going to do with? Okay, get ready. 1, 2,
So
3, go.
So many things, but still, you are so good. Person, yeah, I appreciate
You are very knowledgeable in terms of the entire prayers and entire cult of Hare Krishna. It's not easy to remember so many slokas and stuff like that. So really, it's something which is really appreciated. So it is something that to look forward for. Not everyone has to know these slokas. I've seen people who go to temples regularly, but still they don't know how to sing the slokas. Yeah, it's great. And even though you're working, you've got a business, etc., you still
Okay, switch if you haven't switched yet.
really appreciate it.
We are done.
Anyone need more time?
Yes, I'm still doing.
Okay. Mataji is glorifying with 1,000 mouths.
I can glorify you as well in the meantime. So probably does such a nice kirtan every time.
Okay, Haribol. Okay, let's wind it up. Who would like to share their feelings? How did they feel about this experience? How did this experience make you feel? Anyone like to raise their hand and just share with us their feelings, your realization? Yes, Prabhu.
I mean, like when we think about someone's qualities, we can find so much. I mean, the things which we never thought before, and sometimes when we think about appreciating someone, it's kind of a discovery, within ourselves. Like there are so many good things in the other person which we never thought about.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else would like to share? Yes,
So
Mataji.
when you appreciate, you go into humility. So because you are appreciating, you need to be low. So then only you will get that the mental capacity to appreciate. And definitely you are looking in positive things in others, which brings a lot of energy in us.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Would anyone else like to share? Yes.
There is also a learning curve, is because when you appreciate somebody, you're looking at the positive qualities of somebody, and then you try and inherit those positive qualities within you. So it becomes like a learning curve for yourself. So
Yes, when you focus on the positive, your consciousness goes towards the positive, so you also imbibe those positive qualities. If you focus on negative qualities, you imbibe negative qualities. So it's good to focus on the positive qualities. Very good, very good. So you are all following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who in Srivas Angam, he called for many different devotees like Srivasacharya and Kolavechar Sridhar and Haridas Thakur, and he glorified all these devotees as if he had 1,000 mouths. So this is a wonderful quality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he was always glorifying his devotees and expressing his appreciation. I remember when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was cleaning the Gandicha temple, and he told the other devotees, you also clean? And whoever was cleaning the most, Mahaprabhu would glorify him and say, yes, you're doing so nicely. You should teach others also to do so nicely. And anyone who is doing badly, he said, I will punish you. You have to purchase cakes and give them to all the devotees. Like this. Mahaprabhu had such nice punishments. Remember he punished Raghunath Das, he had said, give Chida Dahi to everyone. Mahaprabhu said, your punishment is to have loving exchanges with all the devotees. We should also follow this example. Srila Prabhupada also appreciated all the American and European boys and girls who were helping him spread Krishna consciousness. And now there are so many Indians, especially, that are helping to spread Krishna consciousness. And I'm sure Prabhupada is appreciating everyone. So, this is a Vaishnava. He sees one small good quality and magnifies it. And he's Paraduka Duki. Others' misery is his miseries. Others' happiness is his happiness. And I'd like to stress this next point. This is, for me, the most important slide and point in the presentation. Don't wait till it's too late. Right? We should start appreciating devotees now. Not wait until they leave their body and we have some Shraddhanjali ceremony. And then it's too late. And we never know when someone is going to go. As we experienced this week, when Samir's son left his body, how old was he? 19, 20? 28, 29. Very young man. Highly unexpected. Highly unexpected. No one knew what had happened. He got some strange disease. He's in the hospital. He had a coma and he left. And I have a friend named Chaitanya. He was part of my Sankirtan party, we did Sankirtan. We would ride in front of Jagannath Rath Yatra in Calcutta every year on a big flatbed truck with a 12,000 watt sound system doing kirtan, big heavy kirtan. And I would sing, he was one of our main singers. He was 25 years old. He got bit by a mosquito. He got brain malaria, this dengue. After 10 days, he was dead. You never know when you're going to go. Padam padam yevi padam natesham. This material world, there's danger at every step. This body is a fallible soldier. We cannot count on this body to sustain. And it will definitely go, either today or tomorrow. The body's going to go. So we never know when any of members of our community are going to leave. So we don't wait till it's too late. We should glorify them and appreciate them before they're gone. And we should also keep in mind, in developing our Vaishnava relationships, that we want to especially develop relationships with the devotees in our community. One important reason is, if we are on our deathbed, right? We know that we're going to die anytime. Who are the devotees that are going to be sitting at our bedside, chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who are going to be the devotees sitting there? It's going to be these devotees, the devotees surrounding us now in our community. So it's very important that we cultivate good devotee relationships, because when we're getting ready to leave, we want everyone to come and see us off on our final journey. Not someone to say, oh, I'm still angry at this devotee. I'm not going to come like that. Nor do we want someone sitting next to us while we're dying going, okay, good. We want everyone to be giving us their blessings at the time of our departure, so that we can have a good departure, being surrounded by loving devotees on our way to the spiritual world. Everyone chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's start appreciating today. Haribol. So just to recap, in order to cultivate this appreciation mood, we should remember the other person is not the Paramatma. He or she cannot read our mind. We have to express. It should be genuine from the heart, not flattery, and not with some ulterior motive. Not I'm glorifying you because I want something from you. Just, it should be natural. And advancement in spiritual life is based on how much we appreciate other devotees being appreciated. Right? Keep in mind. And if you love devotees, Krishna is pleased. We discussed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada's examples. Most importantly, I want to just highlight this point. Don't wait till it's too late. start appreciating today. So this is our module on appreciation. And before we continue, I think maybe we can take comments and questions on this discussion of appreciation. Then maybe we can proceed to our next topic, which is patience, if you have enough patience. Right. So any comments or questions or discussion regarding appreciation? Yes, Guru.
When somebody appreciates someone for the same thing which we are doing, as you said, and so, at that time,
Can everyone hear him? Can you hear in the back? Can you hear?
I'll make it louder.
Maybe you can use this mic. Mic is sitting right there. Mic is right there. Maybe
No,
you
go
can
ahead. I can speak louder though.
Is it working?
So if somebody appreciates someone, for the same service that we are doing, and what if we feel really bad about it, like we should not?
What if we feel envious?
We feel envious, really feel. What should we do at that time?
Well, there are different strategies. One is we should endeavor to serve that devotee. Because by offering service to a devotee, we can overcome our envy. I was traveling with Indradumna Maharaj and Sri Prahlad Prabhu. We were doing Polish festival tour, Polish Woodstock festival. And Prahlad is just so dynamic devotee. I felt like I was really, back seat, I felt like useless compared to Prahlad. So I told Prahlad, I said, Prahlad, I'm feeling envious of you. What should I do? So Prahlad said, and that's another good thing, you can reveal your heart, reveal your mind. Guyamat kuti kuchati. So then he said, actually, if we feel envious of another devotee, we should serve that devotee. So he gave me that advice. So I started trying to offer some service to him. When he'd go into the temple room and he'd leave his shoes, I'd make his shoes very nice. And different things we can do, give prasadam, whatever service is available. So that's one very good strategy, try to offer service to that devotee. The other thing is, any question where it's basically how to do this, how to do that, the answer is always the same. The bottom line is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Due to our conditioned nature in this material world, we're all experiencing kam, krodh, lobh, moha, matsarya, mad, lust, pride, greed, envy, madness, illusion. So by chanting Chaito Darpana Marjana, we cleanse the heart of these things. So don't give up, keep chanting, and see if you can offer some service to that devotee. Does it answer your question?
It does, yeah.
Wonderful, thank you so much. Is there anything else? Or kuch chahiye?
When someone appreciates, sometimes you can feel a bit nervous.
If someone appreciates, you can feel a bit nervous. So you're making a comment, and I think your question is what should we do if someone appreciates us? Is that your question?
Yeah, and be comfortable.
Yeah, and how to be comfortable if someone glorifies us. So it's actually natural to feel uncomfortable if someone glorifies us, as we're trying to cultivate devotional service. Actually, the tendency for one in conditioned life, if someone glorifies us, is yes, everything you say is true. I'm so glad you realize how great I am. Right? That is the tendency. But as devotees, or aspiring devotees, we're trying to cultivate this mood of humility. So what actually often happens, someone glorifies us and we say, yes, no, right? No, not me. So the good strategy is to remember that whatever good qualities we may be developing, that is all the mercy of Guru and Krishna and Vaishnavas. So if someone is glorifying us and we are actually developing some good qualities by Krishna's mercy, then it shows very nicely to the wonderful power and qualities of Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's followers. So we should be happy, but we should just pass on whatever glorification is coming. You know, thank you for your kind appreciation. If I have any good qualities, it's just by the mercy of my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada and Vaishnavas. So we should understand it's by their blessings that we may be developing some good qualities. Now, Prabhupada was such a wonderful spiritual master, then he created so many pure devotees. And some people may criticize, oh, Prabhupada did not create any pure devotees. But that is saying that Prabhupada does not have Shakti, does not have the potency to create devotees with good qualities. So Prabhupada has so much potency. He turned the hippies into happies, which is the greatest miracle. All these most sinful jug eyes and mud eyes. Lord Nityananda converted one jug eye mud eye. Prabhupada converted thousands of these jug eye mud eyes. Worse, crack addicts and all kinds of crazy people doing crazy things. Prabhupada went. We showed the slide from 1967. Prabhupada at Hippie Hill. Everyone is fully on LSD, intoxicated. Prabhupada went to the Bowery, which is like the armpit of the universe, especially in those days. Stayed with David Allen, LSD addict, and distributed Krishna consciousness, and turned many people into saintly persons. Another thing we should do, if someone glorifies us, is we should pray, please, Lord Krishna, please accept this compliment. It's not for us, it's actually for Krishna. So this should be our default mechanism. Externally we can express gratitude and give credit to Guru and Krishna. And internally we should immediately beg, plead with Krishna, please, you accept this compliment, not for me, it's for you. It's like Swaha, Nama, Nama, Mamaha. It's when you're doing the yajnas, you say, it's not for me, it's for you. So this is another very important aspect, to pass on the credit to Krishna. And we understand that the credit is not for us. I was thinking of one more point. It just went out of my mind. Perhaps it will come up later. But in any case, does this give some indication of where we should move in this direction when people glorify us? Yeah, okay, very good. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to move on to the last point of our presentation this evening, which is patience. So we discussed help to free all people, humility, tolerance, forgiveness, appreciation. But despite cultivation of all of these four aspects, it doesn't happen overnight. These things require time. It takes time to develop relationships. Sometimes you meet someone and you feel like you've known them for so many previous lives. But also, sometimes you meet people you felt like you've never met them before. It takes time. Just like Prabhupada gives an example of the wife gets married to the husband. Now, she wants a child. But can she expect a child the day after the marriage?
No.
Only in contemporary Kali Yuga this is happening, right? I read someone yesterday. They said, yeah, I was married, I'm divorced now. I said, oh, why you got married? Oh, she got pregnant, so we got married. This is contemporary Kali Yuga. And and that's even surprising now. Usually it's, oh, she got pregnant, so she got an abortion. That's the normal activity. But in the ideal culture, the wife and the husband conceive after marriage. So then it takes an average of how long? How many months?
9 months.
9 months. So many of us on this side have that experience. On this side, we've not had that experience of caring for 9 months in this lifetime, right? Maybe previous ones. So the wife has to wait 9 months. She has to be patient. Minimum 9 months. May take longer also. So patience is required to get the child. Another example is baking the cake. This one I have more familiarity with. I baked a few cakes. So when you put the cake in the oven, you can't just put it in and then open the oven after 5 minutes and say, isn't done yet. You know, you have to put in the fork, you do the fork test after maybe 40 minutes, right? 40, 50 minutes. So it takes time. To get something good, it takes time. With a marriage, with a child, with a cake. So it takes time. It takes years. And especially, we develop relationships by serving together. When we serve Krishna together, we develop these relationships. Like we see these Matajis making the garlands in the back. So they're doing it together. So they're developing their relationships. And here we are sitting and hearing and chanting together. So we're also developing relationships. By serving together, we develop relationships. My personal experience is that we develop the strong relationships, especially and fast, is if we do outreach together. If we endeavor to serve others by distributing Krishna consciousness to them, giving Krishna consciousness to new people. When we do that together, then we get very, very strong relationships. If we sit and we do kirtan together in the park, or we distribute books together, we distribute prasadam together, we do something together to make an outreach. We go on Rath Yatra together, right, and distribute Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So patience takes years of the first 4 things: humility, tolerance, forgiveness, and appreciation. And also we need patience to cultivate our relationship with a great personality, Harinam Prabhu. Right? The holy name of the Lord is a person. Is Krishna himself. Abhina Abhina Tvam Nam Namino. That the Lord and the Lord's holy name are one and the same. So it takes patience for us to develop our relationship with the holy name. So we have to daily spend time, 16 rounds or more, ideally. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So just to recap, it's not just an overnight thing to develop relationships. We should serve together. It takes years of humility, tolerance, appreciation, and patience, and forgiveness, and the 6 loving exchanges, Danati Pratigrinati, giving gifts, receiving gifts, giving prasad, receiving prasad, inquiring confidentially, and speaking confidentially. So once again, help to free all people. Someone can read 5 qualities.
Humility, tolerance, forgiveness, appreciation, patience.
Right, help to free all people. And in Hindi?
Vinamrata, Sahanshilta, Shama, Prashansha, and Dharya.
There you go. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So are there any comments or questions?
There was a slide about that, the confidentiality.
Slide about confidentiality. In today's presentation,
No, you talked about that.
it was previous presentation?
Maybe it wasn't.
Like top secret,
Yeah, the top
there
secret
was a
one, yeah.
slide for top secret.
Oh, the top secret slide.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can
Can I expound upon this a little bit, elaborate? Yes, thank you for bringing this up. So, confidentiality means that we need to have loving, friendly relationships with at least one or more devotees that we can reveal our heart, even if it's not something we want to publicly discuss. I'm having some difficulty, I'm having some problem, maybe I'm not able to chant on my rounds, maybe I've broken one of the four regular principles, maybe I'm feeling envious of someone, maybe I'm losing my inspiration, maybe I had some kind of fall down. So it's very important that we're able to share this information with some very dear and close friend. If we don't have that kind of relationship, then we may become frustrated, we may be having a problem may be becoming worse, and we may bloop. You know the term bloop? Have you heard the term bloop? Then if you have a lake or a body of water, and you take a stone and you throw the stone, it goes bloop, right? It goes back in the pool and goes. So sometimes devotees, they're on a very elevated platform, but they leave Krishna consciousness and they bloop. They go back into their material behavior. So we want to prevent this blooping. This is a kind of an ISKCON word, bloop. B-L-O-O-P. So it's very important we have loving relationships with devotees, that we can share our problems, so our problems, they can help us, and our problem does not become worse. Now, sometimes these topics are very sensitive, and we hesitate to reveal these things. But it's important that we do. We need that close friendship, that close relationship. Now, sometimes when devotees reveal to their close friends something very intimate in their hearts, the next day they find it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And then how does that make them feel? Will they want to reveal their hearts again to the same person?
No.
Not a chance. So this confidentiality, if it's broken at the wrong time, then it can destroy relationships. So therefore, the ability to maintain confidentiality is very, very important. I was secretary for my Diksha Guru, and I understood that the word secretary comes from the word secret. The secretary has to be able to keep something secret. So similarly, when we're serving someone else in an intimate relationship, some things we have to be like a secretary. We have to keep things secret. Guyam akiti prachiti. Guyam means secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guyam, like Bhagavad Gita, is king of knowledge and king of secrets. So therefore confidentiality is so much important to cultivate, because without confidentiality, relationships will break down. But with confidentiality, there's trust, and then the loving exchange of Guyam Akiti Prichati can take place. So therefore, this concept of maintaining confidentiality is so important. And I'm sorry to say that sometimes it seems in our ISKCON culture, it seems to be lacking. My perception is it seems to be lacking. And I would like to encourage devotees to please take this very seriously, that when someone is sharing something very personal with you, you can ask them, this is a mantra, would you like me to keep this confidential? Can you all repeat that mantra with me? Would you like to keep this confidential? Would you like me to keep this confidential? And they will probably say yes. And then the next mantra we can use is, I promise I will keep this confidential. I promise I will keep this confidential. And then we should keep our promise. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Or kuch chahiye? Anything else? Any other questions or comments?
बहुत अच्छा
Thank you.
बहुत अच्छा
सब कुछ मिल गया.
Bahut bahut dhanyavad. Should we have a few minutes of kirtan? Yes? Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Tagore Premanande. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhuvitale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin, Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin, Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarane Devashesha Shunyavadi Asatari Shatarane. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gora Bhakta-vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare